So guys, we're back. We are officially back. Of course we're officially back because Sunderland drew 1-1, which is just something we absolutely loved to do last season. And it looks like a trend that is going to trickle over into this one. But I suppose the one positive of today's game is I got myself a bit of a tan. It was baking hot in that first half, and it was a cauldron of heat in the Stadium of Light, and got myself a bit of a tan up in Sunderland, which I don't normally get, but yeah. No, but seriously, we'll get into the match review. So we did draw 1-1, and before we get into it, I do want to say fair play to Oxford, their team, and of course their fans as well. The fans were excellent. They came in their numbers. But yeah, we'll get into the game. So we went with the three at the back, with the wing backs as expected. We had John McLaughlin in goal. We had Willis and Flanagan and Conor McLaughlin as the back three. As the right wing back, we had Gooch. As the left wing back, we had Denver Hume. Two central midfielders, we had Dylan McGeoch and Dobson, and then we had Embleton behind Will Grigg and McNulty as well. So the game kicked off, and for the first sort of 5-10 minutes, I was quite liking what I was seeing. I felt like Dobson and McGeoch had very good control over the game, and I enjoyed that. All in all, McGeoch had a very good game. He kept things ticking over, and I know people have slammed him in the past. Oh, you always just pass backwards. He actually wasn't. He started off countless counter-attacks today, which I think was great to see. He looked like he was growing in confidence, and he looked like he had to pick up that responsibility that has been left in the middle of the park, and I think he thrived on it today. Dobson, I think, was good. I was impressed with him. I think there was a few times where he did put us in a bit of danger, one of them leading to the opener, the Oxford goal. He kept doing these sort of blind-sighted back passes. Usually, generally I think he was quite good. He was very assured on the ball, but every now and then he'd kind of do this pass backwards towards the defence without even looking if there's any defenders there. And he did that for the goal. I think he needs to get his head up, you know what I mean, or be more 100% certain of his surroundings, because like I said, there's a couple of times where the ball would come trickling back to him, and he kind of just knock it on backwards without even looking. And he's done that. He saw Conor McLaughlin short. He tried to get the ball away, tried to get his foot on the ball, but Dobson basically unnecessarily put McLaughlin in a position where he had to make a 50-50 challenge on the back line, and Conor McLaughlin lost that challenge. Then it was just a quick 1-2, 1-on-1 with Big John in goal, who was given the captaincy, and it was 1-0 early on, which was shit, because I think from there on in, we looked so shaky at the back. We looked so shaky. Flanagan across the back three, I think out of the back three, who I don't think any of them were particularly good. Today I'm not going to, just give one of them stick, but I think the worst of the bunch was Flanagan, and I've said countless times now, his decision making is terrible. He can't play in a back three. Flanagan he's just absolutely all over the shot. Denver Hume was a left wing back today. Defensively, he was absolutely terrible. His positional awareness was downright shocking at times. It really was shocking. They were coming down that right hand side time and time and time again, and Denver Hume was nowhere to be seen. Half the time he was in the central midfield position. I'm thinking, do you know where the hell you're playing, son? And Flanagan, rightly so, was going absolutely apeshit at him, and he had to collar him several times, Tom Flanagan, to tell Denver Hume where he needs to be. Although, Flanagan can't really say much, can he, because he was shite as well. But Denver Hume, to be fair to it, he got forward plenty of times. Going forward, he looked all right. It was that final cross, which again was an absolute abomination. It was so poor. Denver Hume got down that left-hand side time and time and time again, but his final product and his crossing, it would either hit the first man or it would go straight out for a goal kick. And he was getting himself into these positions. So if we're going to look at it in a positive way, attacking-wise, he looked like a B-Tech Oviedo. The crossing wasn't there, the final product wasn't there, and the defending sure as hell wasn't there for Hume today. On the right-hand side, though, Gooch, I think he was a little bit better. Defensively, he was actually okay. He did surprise me. I think going forward, he was all right as well. But again, it was that final third for me that we were just so stale again, and it's becoming such a worry, or it is a worry, and it was a worry towards the back end of last season, particularly after Madger left, I guess, if we want to go all the way back that far. But we just looked so stale in that final third. McNulty carved out a bit of a chance. A nice little 1-2, hit it early. It was a good save by the keeper. But other than that, we weren't really creating at all. I felt confident. Even when we were 1-0 down, I thought to myself, we're going to get our ways back into this, because I felt like we had that in us. even though defensively, defensively throughout pre-season, I was most impressed by us defensively. But today that went down the pan, and I felt like every time the ball came forward, something's going to happen here for Oxford, because our defence were just on eggshells all the time. They didn't look right at all. They did not look settled. I don't know whether it was because it is the first game of the season, and there are certain things I need to take into consideration. Of course, there are a few new lads who have never played in front of that kind of atmosphere before. Sunderland fans came. It was 33,000 there, which was fantastic for the opening day of League One. Anyway, and again, fair play to Oxford for making up their numbers as well. But yeah, like I said, I thought we would have been so much better defensively. Midfield, I actually thought it was okay. Like I say, with Dobson and McGeoch. McGeoch again was excellent. Dobson was good, and then it was just the same old what I've come to expect in the final third. So I think defensively, if we were better, we would have probably gone on to win that game. Would it have been pretty? No, but I think if we were as defensively solid as we have been in across pre-season, because I know pre-season wasn't exactly fantastic, but defensively we looked very good. We looked decent, but no, we were shit. But in the second half, we did get ourselves a penalty, and Lyndon Gooch stepped up to take it, to bury it in the top right hand corner. It was a great finish, and then eventually bring on the likes of Watmore, who I think changed the game when Grigg come off and put Watmore on. He completely changed it. And I've said it before. I think we should trial Watmore as a striker. I don't think he's a winger, because he's too direct. His decision making isn't great. He just, the second he gets the ball, he just kicks it forward and runs after it. Which, as simple as it is, it's actually a nightmare for defenders to deal with. But I think just sticking him up top, it caused problems. Not saying that he's the greatest finisher in the world, because I don't think he is. He's pretty bad at finishing, Duncan Watmore. But at least it gets us into those positions, and chances will be created with him there. Because for me, Will Grigg, he was terrible again. And it's just yet another anonymous performance from Will Grigg. And for me, I'd quite happily bite the bullet now. I know it's the first game of the season, but we've seen it last season. I was trying to protect the lad. But throughout pre-season, he looked disinterested. He doesn't look like his heart's in it. Half the time when the ball's going up in the air, he's barely even challenging for headers. He's not even calling for the ball. Half the time, he just walks around. He literally does just walk around. He's not even really making any movement off the ball either. But as soon as Duncan Watmore come on, things change. Do you know what I mean? And we brought Maguire on and McGeady for the final sort of 20-15 minutes or so. And we were going at it. But again, half the time it was just hopeless crosses into the box that weren't really coming to anything. But yes, so that was it. It finished 1-1. Very frustrating. Fair play to Oxford, because I think that they were a good team. And did I underestimate them? I think I probably did a little bit. I predicted a 3-1 win, which I just thought, given the strength in our final third, I thought, and the midfield improvement, I thought we might be able to carve out a few more chances. But Oxford, of course, they had threats of their own, which I probably overlooked a little bit in the preview. And we'll hold my hands up and say I did underestimate them. They were very good. They were very solid defensively. They looked like a unit. Because they were getting everything away. Not that our crosses were particularly good, but they were on form and they were getting everything away. Coming forward, they've actually got the likes of Fosu now. They have Woodburn. Those two are linking up with causing problems for us. They have Mackie up top, who was trying to be a bit of a nuisance. So they have threats of their own, and I probably overlooked that. But yeah, it's finished 1-1. I don't think we should all jump on the Ross out bandwagon just yet. And like I have said, I said I'm going to be a lot more critical this season. And Jack Ross, for now, like I have said as well last season, I give it till Christmas time, see whereabouts we are. If we're in the sort of top three, and really cementing our fight for the top two, then stay with him. If not, then yeah, I think it's time to go, because at the minute it is just so stale. That final third has been stale for so long now, and nothing seems to be changing. He still seems very unsure as to what his best team is, which I suppose is only natural with it being right at the beginning of the season. But I think he still seems very unsure with this team what to do with it. There just seems to be no real personality today. But one thing I do like, and I have just said recently, McGeoch and Dobson in the middle, I think they're very good together. I am happy with that. It's just, hopefully we change that final third. I think he just needs to, get rid of this Grigg idea. Just put someone like Watmore up top with McNulty, because they're both hard workers as well, and they'll press that back line, and that's what I'd go for if you're going to go with two strikers, McNulty and Watmore as well. But that was it, 1-1. Season is officially underway, and it was just so underwhelming. It really was. I'm hoping that, because it is the first game of the season, everyone bigs themselves up for the first game of the season. There's results all over the shop that were a little bit surprising. For example, Fleetwood beat Peterborough by 3-1. The opening day brings up some shocks, and and teams up themselves. They really get themselves pumped up. But that's it, 1-1. What did you make of the game? Let me know in the comments. How are you feeling about everything? Let me know in the comments as well. To be honest with you guys, going off topic slightly, I do have a feeling that we're going to make 1 or 2 more signings over next week, and I've got a feeling that we're going to see at minimum 1 big signing for the League One anyway. I think we're going to see a big signing. Because Stuart Dollar did say recently in an interview, he was saying that the Championship transfer window that closes soon, and he said that potentially there are some players that want to get that big jump from League One to Championship. They want to get those transfers done, but because of certain rules now in the Championship, there aren't many transfers going around, and that there's going to be some big players in League One that aren't going to be able to finalise their transfers to the Championship. So there could be some players around that aren't going to get their moves, and once that window has passed, we could be in for a chance, to get to get 1 or 2 really, really decent players for this league, and just get us settled and well equipped to win it, because that's what I want. And today, with today's result, we're not going to win the league with performances like that. So, but yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I know it wasn't a proper vlog. I just wanted to enjoy the game today, but did I enjoy it? Yeah, but yeah, and it was also lovely to meet a load of you guys today. That was really, really nice. But anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sassy Army. But for now, you take care. Stay jamming.